I didn't understand what was happening when it first went down. I was like, this doesn't sound right. And number two, no one should ever have that kind of control over anyone's life, over anyone's finances. And the only way they should have that kind of control, if it's necessary, is if it's proven by more than one professional that that person cannot take care of themselves and is possibly a danger to someone else and themselves. You know, the way they said this, the way that went down with Wendy Williams, it was like, nah, nope. I'll be back. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming back. Those who have returned, those who are subscribed, those who aren't subscribed, thank you. And let's jump into this because I've been, following this, not hardcore following it, but I've been following it since it first happened, when they first talked about, something was going on with Wendy Williams and they deemed that she wasn't able to take care of herself because they felt that people were trying to manipulate her or financially abuse her. And it was like, what? How we go from this woman who was on top of, the talk show spectrum, and then we go to her having to have someone be a guardian over her. It was weird. Because I don't even think there was anything being said about her prior to, saying anything. There was nothing really being said about her mental health prior to all that coming out. It was just like, yeah, we know she fainted on her show, but then I don't recall people, talking about reports of her health, to the point where she needs a guardian to protect her. Let me show you this news clip and then I'll be back. Check this out.
To the index of other news, former talk show host Wendy Williams has been hospitalized following a wellness check by authorities here in New York. Police responding to a 911 call at her assisted living facility about a woman in distress. She reportedly dropped a note out her window saying, "Help, Wendy." She was taken to the hospital for a cognitive exam. Walking on her own to the ambulance there, she has previously been diagnosed with dementia. To the index of other news.
So that news clip was uploaded today. It's being talked about online that she reached out to a paparazzi via her window in the assisted living home she was residing in, asking for help. And they came and snatched her up out of there. So let's talk about, let me share a little article I found that's 3 years old, and it's in regards to Lori Schiller. She is the woman who claimed that Wendy is the one who needed this kind of help. Check out what she was saying, and this article is 2022. Check out what she was saying about what was going on in her life after what she did with Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams' financial advisor, Lori Schiller, says she's a prisoner in her own home. See, if this was done maliciously or underhandedly, if there was sinister things behind doing this to Wendy Williams, she ended up being the woman who was the spearhead behind this, ended up being a prisoner in her own home. Check it out. After being ousted as the person who reportedly expressed concerns about Williams being of unsound mind to manage her funds, the revelation will later lead to the legendary talk show host losing access to millions in her Wells Fargo account. While speaking to Page 6, the former manager said, "I have 24-hour armed police officers outside my house, kind of vetting everyone that comes to my front door," she added. "It's starting to affect my life." Schiller told that outlet, "I'm a prisoner in my own home," before revealing that her continued work on the account has been putting her family at risk. She described the situation as, "I'm kind of living in my own personal hell." It's like, you didn't, if it was unnecessary for you to do that, you really thought people was going to sit by and just let you manipulate this woman and possibly try to steal her money like they did to Britney Spears? Let's go on. She also shut down claims that she was terminated by Williams and claims she is still the lead advisor on the account. The Think Like a Man actress was since assigned a guardian in place, serving as a communicator between the host and the bank. And despite the backlash, the financial advisor maintains, "All I've done was follow the law to the T, and I've been praised by Wells Fargo for all of my efforts." Of course you were. You guys had this woman's money on lockdown. The only ones who could access her money are you and the bank. Let's go on. The financial institution has yet to support her publicly. The former manager revealed that the bank was covering the bill for her home security. Wow. "I've given them ample time to come to my defense and make a statement. And for some reason, they just are putting it to the side because they kind of probably, in the long run, know this ain't going to look well for you or them." In her last display to clear her name, Schiller clarified that Wells Fargo pursued guardianship over Williams because of a pattern of behavior that made issues apparent. "Wells Fargo took the lead," she said. "I just don't think people understand the complexities of what goes on behind the scenes." Yeah, okay. Last August, Williams' son, Kevin Hunter Jr., fought off allegations that he may have triggered his mother's financial block after the U.S. Sun reported claims that the media personality only son charged $100,000 on her American Express card at the end of 2021 without her permission, and later tried to get advisors to cover up the bill from his mother. Kevin was demanding that Wendy's advisor pay the bill instead of Wendy, an unidentified source told the outlet. Hunter Jr. slammed the reports as false. In a statement, he vehemently denied. So I never heard that he was the reason, or supposedly the reason behind them saying that Wendy was being taken advantage of financially. But I know they kept saying that, and in all honesty, if someone does, if someone working for you does suspect or see signs that you are being abused in some kind of way, they do have a responsibility of reporting it. But that's what they say, you know what I'm saying? And people, I learned in life that people will do whatever they can and say whatever they can to cover their butts. So who knows for sure? I know that I've never heard of Wendy's son being in any kind of trouble, Never heard of it prior to this going on with her. So who's to say it was true and they didn't concoct that story to make it seem like, he is the reason why they were like, I thought when it first came out, they were making it seem like it was some other people. Or did they say a family member? Okay. Well, look, now let's get into a story an article that was released today talking about Wendy escaping the assisted living facility in New York. They didn't say escaping, I said it. The article is titled, "Wendy Williams removed from assisted living facility by NYPD, taken to hospital in ambulance." The New York Police Department confirmed to People that Williams was transported to the hospital after they conducted a wellness check on Monday the 10th. That was yesterday. Wendy was unexpectedly taken to the hospital amid her pleas for help. Authorities responded to Williams' assisted living facility for a welfare check on Monday, March the 10th. A spokesperson for the NYPD confirmed to People. She was then escorted out of the building and EMS transported her in the ambulance to a local hospital for evaluation. According to reporting from New York Post, the 60-year-old former talk show host dropped a note out of her window earlier that morning. It allegedly read, "Help Wendy." Williams has been living under a legal guardianship that oversees both her finances and health since May 2022. In recent months, she has been in an ongoing legal battle to end her conservatorship. Doesn't that sound like what they did to Britney Spears? With her court-appointed guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, who claims Williams is cognitively impaired, permanently disabled, and legally incapacitated. I want to see the medical documents. I mean, I'm sure Wendy, being the way she is, she would expose that. She has every right to let people know the truth about her medical history. Now, I would like to know how, I mean, if Sabrina is only her guardian, what right does she have to speak about this woman's supposedly health? What authority does she have? Okay, let's go on. I am not cognitively impaired, but I feel like I'm in prison, Williams said on The Breakfast Club in January. I'm in this place with people who are in their 90s and 80s and their 70s. These people, there's something wrong with these people here on this floor. I am clearly not. She added that elevators in the facility, which she called a prison, are locked and visitors are restricted, and she is unable to come and go as she pleases. She also alleged that she is unaware of what medications the facility is administering her. Now, that right there should be against the law, because you cannot give people medication unless they, say they want to take it. If they are in a cognitive state, you cannot make people take medicine. You can't. A doctor can't do it. Nobody has a legal right to make you take any kind of medication. And they for damn sure don't have a right to give you medication and you don't know what they're giving you. That was probably putting her in a cognitive position, or mental state. Hours after her appearance on a radio show, Morrissey requested a new medical evaluation per a court filing obtained by People. Oh, okay. Morrissey is the one who said that Wendy Williams, what did she say? She said Morrissey claims Williams is cognitively impaired, right? So after Wendy busted him out, put him on blast, then she requested a new evaluation. Ain't that about something? She also revealed in a Tubi TV documentary called TMZ Presents Saving Wendy Williams, which was released in February, that she couldn't remember the last time she was seen by a medical profession. After her 2023 dementia diagnosis. It has been a long while, Williams said, insisting that she couldn't even estimate a general time frame. I was in Connecticut for a year and didn't go see anybody. I've been in here for 6 or 7 months and I haven't seen anybody, she claimed. That same month, Williams offered an update on her status during a segment on News Nation. Well, I don't have the freedom to do virtually anything, she said. As far as where I am, I'm on the 5th floor. They call it the memory unit. So it's for people who don't remember anything. I met the people who live here and I've been here for almost a year now, and this is very suffocating, she continued. She sounds very cognitive to me. Someone who is not cognitive, they don't speak that fluently. And she's saying that she can't remember the last time she saw a medical professional because it's been a long time. She didn't say she can't remember because, oh my God, my mind, something is going on with my brain. It sound like a money grab, as people say. It sound like this whole thing was set up to take this woman's money. Now the question is why? Why did you guys choose to take her money? Wells Fargo has a lot of questions that they need to answer, as well as Lori Schiller. And when Whitney comes up out of this, when Wendy comes up out of this, she needs to put a major lawsuit on Schiller, Wells Fargo, and anybody else that was behind this, because this sounds real sneaky. Somebody wrote a comment saying, your guardian is living your life and spending your money while she keeps you locked up with that court-appointed title crap. You may have thought you need it, but Wendy, when you have money, that's the way of it. Please get yourself together, woman. Okay, wow. Somebody said, free Wendy. And then somebody says she has a medical condition that causes her eyes to bulge. Not sure why you think it's appropriate to insinuate otherwise. Somebody else said, I think they need to listen to her and get rid of the person who is controlling her and her money. People like that are doing that for their own benefit and not Wendy's. I agree. I don't know what meds they're giving her. She obviously remembers. She's given fine details about the facility and her stay there. People with dementia can't do that. I hope someone genuine and trustworthy gets involved to help her. Something is off about this. I wish Wendy the best. And I've been saying something was off since day. I know I'm not the only one, but since this first started happening in 2022, I was saying something is off with this. Something is not right. So somebody was telling me that, you know, it's going to be a big thing that takes place with Wells Fargo and the other people who co-signed for this. So let's stay tuned. Let's stay tuned to see how this turns out, because from the interview that she's given, I haven't looked at the documentary or her interview with Charlemagne, but from her interview on this article I just read, she sounds very cognitive. She sounds like a woman who knows right from, she sounds like a woman who knows up from down. You know, like she can still spell her name. You know what I'm saying? She still knows the days of the week, and she knows who her family is, and she know what she did, how, you know, she still knows what's going on. When a person is not cognitive, you know, yeah. You can't even get them to tell you what their favorite color is, because, you know, the mind. Okay, well, folks, that's all I found. I just wanted to get you guys up to date on what's happening with Miss Williams. And like I said, I'm going to keep my ear to the ear. I'm going to keep my ear to the ground. If I hear anything else, I will let you guys know. Thank you. Take care. And I will see y'all in the next video.